Ricky, your microphone's off.
Al, how's that?
That's better.
How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you? Thank you.
I'm all right, man.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I just want to welcome everyone to our September 8th Commission on Disabilities meeting. What we will do first is we'll do a salute the flag. I have my trusty little flag here. So if we could if you could stand and if we could salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all. If we could, Mr. Frenny, if you could take a roll call of the members.
Roll call. All right. Can I sit back down? Here we go. All right. Let's see who we have here. Looks like everyone's here. All right. Roll call of members for today's September 8th meeting, 2020. Ralph DeChico.
Here.
Enza Goodwin.
Here.
Albert Sheridan.
Yeah.
Pauline Perno.
Yeah.
Rick Frenny present. Robert Bent.
He is going to be absent tonight.
Okay. So we're full -1.
Yep.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Commissioner.
Okay. The item one on the agenda, we'll let Mr. Frenny talk about this one, was a motion to approve the meeting minutes from August 11th.
I make a motion to approve.
Yeah.
We have a little, I had a problem with my computer and I apologize. I lost the notes. Not only did I lose the notes, I lost the actual paper as well from doing the renovation of my house. So I lost the paper from last month's meeting and my computer is no longer working. I can't even get access to anything. So I apologize. I am going to, if it's okay with the commissioner, I will have to review August meeting from YouTube history, write notes, and then resubmit it. If that's okay with you there, Mr. Chairperson.
As long as it's okay with everybody, so what we'll do is we won't make a motion to approve it. We'll make a motion just to table the meeting minutes from August. So if somebody wants to make that motion.
Motion.
I'll make a motion, table the meeting minutes from August till October 2020's meeting.
No,
And
second.
Thank you, Albert.
Thanks, Al.
Okay. Item number 2 is an update from the August meeting. And since I don't have the notes, I'm going to be from the help from the commission on this. If the updates, one update that I know about, and I said I check into it, was the parking, handicap parking at the stadium. They have been installed on Park Ave. There is an
Looks
inlet.
good. Yeah.
There is an inlet with handicap parking. I believe there's either 5 or 6 handicap spots there. That's right on Park Ave, right at the front of Harry Delarusso Stadium. So that has been completed. So I just wanted to let everyone be aware of it, that that has now been completed.
Nice.
I'm not sure if there was anything else I was supposed to check on for anyone. I think that was the only item. The only other update, and I don't have any yet, was just with school. I know they're still working on learning for special ed. I know there's still supposedly a plan in place for kids on IEPs and special education to possibly be coming into the school, but I don't know if that's done or if it's been shut down now because we are in the definite red. I know that the state has allowed provisions that school districts can apply for special grants for any type of equipment or anything that's needed. So I'm not sure if the school department has applied for any of that. I know there are some school districts that are working on trying to get some one-on-one intervention for students with IEPs and students with special needs. So I don't know where that stands. There was a meeting this morning on one of my calls here, but that wasn't clarified yet. I know what was said, that as soon as it was deemed possible that those would be the first students that would be coming into the building. But that's the extent of the information that I was able to receive. I don't know. I know Enz has been working on that, so I'm not sure if
Yeah.
she has any more information
I'd
on
love to
that.
hear what Enza has to say.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's too much more information at this time. Everything that Ralph said is accurate and true. For the time being, no students will be entering any of the buildings. If and when we do reopen, students on IEPs and English language learners would in fact be the first ones welcome back if their parents so choose.
Yeah, they're going to have to elect to. They'll have the choice of electing to send them in or not. Enza told me that she's been having some internet problems today, so I just wanted to let everybody aware of that.
Give me a thumbs down if I'm speaking and you can't hear me. I've been freezing up all day.
No problem.
Yep, I can hear you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else have any information? Pauline, I know might not
No.
have too much information on
I
that.
have nothing other than what my kids have told me. Right now, it seems that from a public health standpoint, it's probably in everybody's best interest, especially where we stand with our numbers, just to kind of hang back. And even, bringing back, and I can appreciate bringing back like the IEP students and the ELL students first. I think you also have to really take a step back until everything evens out. It doesn't look like our numbers are really going anywhere any too quickly. So with that said, I think that, holding back and holding off for any kind of in-person learning at this point, although it's difficult for many families, most families, mine included, I have 3 that are all going to be Zooming in different areas of the house all day. And I can just see that it's going to be, this is a work in progress. This is a new uncharted water. And it's just something that we're just going to have to kind of sit tight with until things do even out in this city, especially in the city. And then even looking at, who we're bringing in for personnel, what does that's going to bring in a whole new a taste, because we do have many people traveling from many different areas. So I think that having it remote learning right now, I think for everybody, and like I said, and I do appreciate parents that have special ed children, the kids on IEPs, the kids that are ELL, that really they're losing ground rather quickly. But I think to put them in jeopardy of getting sick, I think you have to really weigh that out. So I'm hoping that our numbers do improve on the quicker side so that we can transition back into some sort of school year as we all know it.
Okay. Yeah. Any information that I do find out, I will post it on the Disabilities Facebook page or on the Disabilities page on the City of Revere. So anytime if I find out any information for students with disabilities or IEPs that the school department is going to do, I will try and keep everybody updated as much as I can. And any members that do know anything, please let me know, and I'll be able to post that on all those social media platforms as much as possible. So I didn't know if anybody else had anything else to add to that. Mr. Frenny, you were saying that, did you find out that there's any grants out there that you were talking about, or any assistance that when we talked about before that possibly that you may have heard of, or am I?
Regarding
Parents with students with disabilities. Did you see something somewhere in the globe or?
yeah, I gotta find that. Yeah, it was something about helping the kids at home, especially kids with autism. There's a grant out there, and it's very easy to apply for. Actually, parents can apply for it. It doesn't have to go through the school. Let me dig that up, Mr. Chairman, and I'll have it back to you. You can update everyone through email.
Ricky, is that a state thing or is that a city thing?
I believe it was. It may even be a state or federal. It was definitely above city level.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was above Jesse.
excuse me, do you know offhand, is that to get services into their homes? Like if, I happened to go on
I
and
think it
look
was
and there are
more, yeah, I believe it was more for supplies than it was
more
for
supplies.
service. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was looking
Helping out
actually
with
too.
helping out with like a faster router,
Right,
get the
okay.
kids either discounted Apple iPads or seeing if they within the median income where they fall, maybe put them up with a new Dell laptop computer, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to do that through our foundation. We actually helped out a couple of classrooms. They had some GoFundMe fundraisers for the Rumney Marsh and some over at the Beachmont. They needed money for their class, so the foundation stepped up and donated several $100 each class to help them out. No, I think it's for the. I believe it's for the teachers to help them out from their home training, obviously, because they're not working inside.
It was decided though on Friday that teachers are going to be going to school any 3 out of the 5 days a week.
That is wonderful news.
Yeah, I think that was agreed
With
upon
your
last
kids.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that was partially agreed upon, I believe, last Friday. But of course, that comes with that comes another other problems if those those teachers have children that are home that are also doing remote learning. So
When does that start, Mr. Chairperson?
school is supposed to be starting on the 16th.
And the teachers will be going in on the 16th?
Teachers are already back.
Go back.
They're already back, and they're back 3 out of 5 days a week.
No, they're doing PD right now.
Okay.
They're only doing PD right now.
So the 3 out of 5 days is when?
Starting on the 16th.
So no, that isn't correct.
Oh, no, it's not
So
the 16th?
Starting next week. Well, first day of school is in fact the 16th.
Okay.
But next week we report 2 days. The week after that would be 3 days, but it's not any 3 days. It's the 3 days that they assign us. And as Ralph mentioned, we're still with kids at home that do not have childcare. And our kids who have IEPs will be at home without a parent.
Yeah. And I know they were talking about bringing them into the building, and I don't think that's a good idea.
What, the teachers?
The teachers that have students that are home remote learning, whether they're on IEPs or not, bringing them into the building with them.
Well, at the very least, the teachers should definitely be in the building.
No, I just heard that also Alpha Best is going to be in the buildings now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that as well. And
So,
that opens up another whole
right.
piece of problem. But again, you know what? It's unfortunately part of this is going to be trial by fire. They're going to try it, see what happens. The same thing with, the colleges that have allowed students to go back and see what transpires. And unfortunately, some of that has already unfolded rather quickly. So I think a lot of it's just going to be wait and see and see how that affects the overall scope of actually returning students to actual learning versus the Alpha Best piece of it. So keep our fingers crossed, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So anybody else have any updates or from the August meeting? All right. So item 3 was the CODA Commission on Disabilities Alliance that usually happens the first Wednesday of the month, but because it was Labor Day holiday last week, they had rescheduled it till tomorrow. So there is no CODA update this month. So I'll go on to item number 4. What I did is I left item number 4 as an open line item for any Commission on Disabilities members. If they had any late items that they wanted to talk about, I'll bring up at this meeting. So we can go, I'll start with Enza to see if she has anything. I know we don't have any monthly announcements or anything like that because there's nothing going on with CPAC right now, but I don't know if anything is being done remotely with CPAC or via social media or anything like that.
So I know our social media has been updated by Jackie Roy, our liaison, and we have a meeting that will be taking place October 14th and that obviously will be held virtually. So more information will be coming out, so we could probably share that at our next meeting.
Okay, and like I said, if you want to touch base with Jackie, she can get that to me and I can put it on the Disabilities Facebook page also. And I can also
That would be
share it
great.
wherever you want me to share it. The Paul Revere PTO's Facebook page has been going all summer long. So any information I can put right on there too. So that's been all summer long. It's been getting updated, and a lot of information has been going through that too. So I could put anything that they want on there. Mr. Frenny, anything that you wanted to add to any items?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Sheridan.
No, thank you.
Okay, and Ms.
Well, one of
Burnham?
the, going back to the school thing, Ralph. So the kids will be going back to school starting, I forget what date she said, October 16th?
September 16th. Yeah, remotely.
Not remotely, right. Is that remotely 3 days a week? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, remote. No, the
Every
teachers
day.
are in the building 3 days a week. There's going to be a schedule that's going to be coming out from, I believe that for your school, the Paul Revere, and I think it may be all the schools, that they're going to be trying to have their teacher assignments by this Friday. I know the Paul Revere was. I'm not sure if all the schools are going to be having it, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, by this
Okay.
Friday. And they're gonna have try and have a set schedule. I don't know if it's gonna be Friday or sometime right after that.
Okay.
How the day is gonna be planned out. Then there's also gonna be some opportunities for the caretakers to have some training. And if I understand correctly, there's also always going to be somebody in the building that a caretaker is going to be able to reach out to. At some point if there's any technological problems at the beginning. I know it's been talked about at different meetings that I've been involved in, that they wanted to try and have some type of a Zoom meeting for parents or whatnot for the technology, but I don't know where that's sitting on the school side, if that's going to be done. But that's something that, we've proposed to them that would be a good idea. Because of all the technology, it would be something good that, so some of the parents will know everything's going to be done on one platform. I believe everything's going on Google Classroom, if I'm correct, Enza, is what was agreed upon. But it's going to be different than last year. It's going to be more structured. They're going to have learning time with their class, and then they're going to have downtime, so they're not always going to be on the computers. But it's going to
Okay.
be more structured. I don't know exactly. I don't want to say exactly those because I'm not sure. But there'll be
Okay.
more information coming within the next week, by the next week.
Thank
Supposedly
you.
this Friday, the classes should be assigned. But I'm not sure if the kids on the IEPs is going to be done right away too, or how that's going to work and coincided, because that one's a lot more detailed that has to be involved in that, if I understand correctly, because there has to be a lot more work that has to go in there into that.
Okay, thank you.
Correct in saying that, Enza?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
But how they're going to structure everything, because they don't want to just give them and let them go, because the parents are going to need a lot more help.
So I agree with what you're saying. So the schedules will probably be out by Friday.
Okay.
But I think the time on a platform will be the same for everyone.
Okay.
I think the difference is going to be there's small group offerings, and that's where I think kids on IEPs would get more targeted instruction.
Okay, yeah,
And
exactly.
the other thing to keep in mind, we're going to be moving away from Zoom, and it looks like the platform is going to be Google Meet.
So it's going to be Google Meet instead of the Zoom. Okay.
Is what it looks like, because I think fairly soon Zooms are going to require fees.
Okay.
So I think that's why they're transitioning to Google Meet.
All right. And Google, not to get too involved in it, but Google Meet didn't have a capacity limit.
So the interesting thing about Google Meet, we have not been formally trained on it yet. And that is something we're hoping takes place this week
Okay,
before we get underway next week.
okay. So it's a work in progress and a learning in progress, basically. Okay.
Exactly, yep.
God bless you all. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Pauline, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Just a reminder that something that we revisited, we visited a long time ago, was the traffic and the pedestrian crossings along the beach. And now with the decreased capacity, the every other parking space, just for people to be aware that people are moving the barrels. I actually saw someone run over a barrel because they wanted a parking space. So, parents that are walking with kids now that school is not, quote, in session, they're not walking to the actual physical building. But if parents are out or people are out, just be aware that, people unfortunately are not following some of the rules that have been put in place. They are moving the barrels, they're parking wherever they want to. And so just make that awareness that when you're trying to cross, you need to take that responsibility to be the visible person, because there is still quite a few construction cars, and because there's still those construction vehicles on the beach, people are looking to park wherever they can. So just that awareness for everybody, not just for kids, not just for adults, just for the whole general population, because the beach season is starting to wind down. But we are still going to have some nice days where people will be trying to get those kids onto the beach, let them run after the school. So just as an awareness, just keep your eyes open, your ears open.
Pauline, I did see the state police ticketing people for moving the barrels.
I did too, but it didn't deter them enough. Unfortunately,
I saw people moving them because they wanted to put their car there, not realizing. I think any common sense, you can see it's every other space. But I did see the state police more than once ticketing the cars for moving them.
Right. There has been a really good state police presence down there, which is great, but it's, people are still going to do what people want to do.
Well,
Correct.
That's the state initiative this past,
right.
the past 2 weeks that the state had put a big initiative on the 5 communities.
Right. And
So.
I even know that from them doing the barrel, the every other parking space, the overflow up into my area, there were days I can't get in and out of my driveway because somebody's blocking it. And the parking is on the opposite side of the street. People will do what they want to do. And so just that awareness, and, parents, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep a close watch, because there is you still have the construction vehicles down there. You have the COVID testing down by the bridge. So you have a lot more people trying to dart in and out of parking spaces, and they're, you do have eyes, but it's always best if you have a couple extra sets of eyes. So just that awareness. And I would hate to see anybody, get into a situation that could have been avoided. That's just about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Pauline, for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else anything else that they wanted to say?
No.
Well, I have item number 5 was for open forum for residents' concerns or ongoing issues, questions, feedback. I don't see anybody in the waiting room to talk on that. So I think I can skip item number 5. And I will go on to item number 6. It's just a reminder to everyone. The census 2020 is very important. It's going to be winding down. The end of the month, end of September, will be the last time that you'd be able to fill it out. It's very important for everyone to fill out the census. You don't have to worry about any immigration status for it. For everyone that fills it out on the census, it's roughly $2,400 for every person that is on that census for the city of Revere. And that helps with all kinds of programs that we can bring into Revere. Structural work could help for the Commission on Disabilities when we're looking to do some work. The funding could be there for us. Also, the farmers market on Fridays still has some limited gift cards that they'll give out to you. if you go down there and you fill out the census that day. So we're putting the push is on to try and get as many people as possible to fill out the census 2020. So we would appreciate it if you have filled one out. Please let your friends and family and everyone know to fill it out. It's safe. It doesn't this doesn't matter on your immigration status or anything like that. So should be no concerns on that. There are census takers going through the neighborhoods. If you get them knocking on your door, they're just reaching out to people who haven't filled out the census. So that's who's going out. So the easiest way is if you haven't filled it out and don't want anybody to knock at your door, just go online at census2020.org. I believe it's .org. If I'm mistaken, you can contact the City of Revere's website, and it'll give you the exact link to fill it out. But it only benefits the City of Revere. And we've been so undercounted last 10 years ago in the census, and we can't go another 10 years with being undercounted. There's so much money out there that's sitting on the table that we are eligible for. So if everybody does their share and fill it out. Did all my members all fill out the census?
Yes, we did.
Perfect. See, that's one department that's done their job. And I'm happy we all did it, which is good. So that's so there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 of us times 2,400, not counting our family members. So we brought some money into the city to help with desperately needed funding that we will need down the pipe. So it only happens once every 10 years. So it ends at the end of this month. So I don't know the exact day. It keeps fluctuating, but I know it ends at the end of September. So please pass on the word. Rick, you're on mute. You're on mute, Rick. You're on mute. There you
There
go.
we go. I don't know why. I'm not hitting anything.
Oh.
Questions for you. What is
Yes.
our capture rate here? Do we have any numbers as far as the census so far?
Yeah, we're about 60%.
Okay.
We're not good.
That's way behind.
Yes.
Does it show the pockets of where we're, weak at? Pockets of the city where there's no response? Or
Yeah,
very few?
they know it and they're reaching out to them. I don't specifically, I can't give you the answer now. I don't have that answer, but they do know. There's a push. We've also suggested to the school department if they could try and use their social media to push it out, through the class dojo, through the iRemind, through the Schoology.
It'll
But
help them too.
it hasn't happened yet. It's
Okay.
real simple to do, to put it out there, because the kids all have that platform. Some of the parents don't have the emails,
Right.
don't get it, don't follow other social media, but they all have those social medias. You figure there's 7,000 students, at least 7,000 in the school system.
Yeah.
So I break it down, say what, 35, maybe 3,500 families,
Yeah.
just to say, on the rough side. So that would be 3,500 families that we'd be able to reach to see if they filled out the census. If not,
Right.
fill it out. That would benefit the school departments for that money. But we're trying to, I think somebody sent a correspondence to the school department to see if they could have them reach out and do that. That would just benefit not only the city, it would benefit the school department if
Right.
we could get those funds into the city. So we're trying everything that we
Yeah.
can.
Yep. All right.
Thank you.
Maybe
Anything
they
else?
should try screening their parents when they go down to the Parent Information Center to register their kids. Starts, how many, especially now where there's going to be, some people coming into the city to try to set up schooling for their kids and stuff. I know that they still have to register their children, even though right now it's remote. Maybe they should start looking at the places where that's that first point of contact. It would be, even if you got 10 families that way, it's
Right.
still more than 0. So, and
Exactly.
that's not anything that's other than asking that, could I see a copy of this? Could I see a copy of that? And by the way, did you fill out your census form? Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, here, let me help you link in and you can do that now while you're waiting,
Exactly. That's a
and have
great
that as a
suggestion.
platform.
That's a great suggestion, Pauline.
Am I on?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there a way, and it might be, I don't know if it's legal or not. So predominantly we have a lot of apartment buildings here, obviously out of town owners of these apartment buildings. if and you know, 2, 3, 4 families, is there a way to we just contact the actual property owner and say, hey, listen, how many families you got living there? How many people are living there? And get some sort of information?
No,
No, we can't do that.
no. Each resident has to fill them out themselves.
All right.
No.
Trying an old fashioned shakedown, but I guess it's not
I
gonna
know
work.
you can't do it that way. Nope.
All right.
Ralph, I also had an idea. I understand, Pauline, the idea of the Parent Information Center, but we know that a lot of our groups are at different religious groups. There's different religious.
Yeah, they're reaching out. Yeah, they have been reaching out to the religious organizations too.
What about all the soccer fields with all the games and all the practices that go on a nightly basis? That would be
I know when we were going around with I was doing it myself a couple weekends ago, the one going around with the mobile city hall, and we were doing the COVID, but when we were pulling over, giving out masks, we were also telling everybody and handing out the flyers for the census, reverse census. We've put them in all the boxes for all the food pantries. So every time we also stop at the parks to give out masks, we're also giving them the flyers to sign up for the census 2020.
Perfect.
So there's been a big push for that in all the fields and all the athletic. Everywhere that a mask has been given out, there's also been flyers for the census 2020.
Right.
And I know Ed DeVoe has been working diligently on it too, trying to do a big census 2020 campaign too, to try and get that, to try and move it. About 3 weeks ago, we were at 53%. So we've gone up a little bit in a couple of weeks, but we're a far cry from where we should be.
Ralph, where were we 10 years ago?
I believe we were at I want to say 74%.
Oh, we were. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it was between 70 and 74, and that's still very low. So we're behind on that.
That's a quarter of the community not getting accounted for. That kills us.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, people need
There's a lot
stuff.
of
They
there's
want
a lot
stuff,
of misconceptions
and they
of
don't want to
filling
sign
out
up.
the
It's
census.
crazy. Yeah,
There's just a lot of misconceptions on filling it out.
absolutely. Yeah.
You know, it's very safe to fill out the census. There's no ramifications for filling it out. I don't know how much more it can be stressed that it's safe to fill it out. I don't know how better I could explain that. Not too elegant with my words, but if anybody else says a better way, it just, all I can say is it's safe to fill out the census. Very safe. It benefits, put it this way, it'll benefit your family to fill out the census. Does anyone have anything else that they want to talk about? I'm trying to think. I had some other notes if there was anything else. I know I wanted to just talk about the handicap parking at the stadium. I also wanted to just touch upon that I've been receiving a lot of handicap parking applications. Those come through me. All I do is a facilitator for the applications to the traffic commission. The traffic commission gets those applications along with all the other paperwork that I have to find out, such as pictures of the address, if they meet the ordinances or not, goes to the next traffic commission meeting for the following meetings, public hearing. So the decisions are not made by me or the Commission on Disabilities. We're just the facilitator of getting that information to the traffic commission. So I just wanted to again reiterate that. Also, a handicap sign does not exempt you from any other signage for street cleaning, resident parking, or anything like that. So if it's resident parking, which is going to be starting on October 15th, I believe the stickers are going to be getting sent out. You're still going to need a resident parking sticker. Street cleaning, you still have to move your car. Snow emergency, you still have to move your vehicle if you're in a handicap spot. And a handicap spot is not entitled just you to park there. Anyone can park in that spot. I've been getting some calls. If we get calls that people are yelling at people for parking in their spots, it's not your spot and it states right in the applications, we can come and pull that handicap sign down. So that handicap sign is not just for the person whose house is in front of. So I just want to clearly stress that to everyone, because if we do keep getting numerous calls on that, we will bring it upon to the traffic commission meeting and bring you in front of the traffic commission. And I will ask them to have that handicap sign removed, because it is for anyone that needs it there. Yes, it's common courtesy that if it's in front of somebody's house, they can park there, but you can't kick somebody out of that spot if they're parked there. So I just wanted to allow that to be known.
So Ralph, people have the gall of parking in front of someone's house because they have a handicap plate. They're parking in front of someone else's house. They see the handicap sign, knowing someone's going to be coming home soon that needs that spot in front of their house, and they're parking there anyways.
Well,
And they don't have a right to that. And is it a state law? They don't have a right to that sign.
It's not.
That spot's theirs in front of their house to help them get in and out.
It's not. It's public. It's a public street. It's just being provided as an option, but it's a public street and anybody can park there. And the other situation is there are some handicap signs that are still up, shouldn't be up, that they have driveways, and because of the COVID, traffic commission hasn't been able to go through and get them all down. But just because a handicap sign is in front of your house, other people, can park there. It doesn't mean, because if there's not a car parked there, that doesn't mean that spot can stay open all day.
Right.
Some people could be away. Some people could be working nights or days or not be there for a while. So if somebody else is coming to visit somebody for an hour or two and there's no spots, but they have a placard, they can park there. That's why they did away with handicap signs having a license plate number on it. Years ago, the handicap signs used to have license plate numbers on it, and only that vehicle can park there. But it is I don't want to say it's discriminatory, but it's a form of an ADA violation that a handicap sign can't have a specific plate number on it or placard number on it. So, and it's clearly when people fill out the application, we make it be known that, that handicap sign is not only theirs if they're willing to fill out the application to get a handicap sign in front of their house. Anybody can park there that has a handicap plate or placard. It's common courtesy not to, but you can't stop somebody from doing it.
Right.
Try to explain it the best way possible.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was just curious. I was, if I needed this sign in front of my house, I was eligible for it, and I needed it for my kids. And I took them out food shopping and get them some little life experience. I come back, and someone else with a handicap placard is parked there, and I don't have a driveway. Then I'm kind of screwed. I got to find another spot to. If I have my kids in the wheelchair, or he or she can't walk, well, what I got to do? I got to drive around until they move again, and I'm the one that went through all the paperwork and went through all the rigmarole to get that spot in the first place. I just think if the spot is yours, you're thinking more of a spot. I understand your thought process. What if they're at work? They're gone for 8 hours. The spot's over there. Someone should be able to use it. I'm thinking about, a stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home mom with the kids, taking them to doctor's appointments, coming back, and they leave and their spots there, and then it's not there, and they come back, and they just, it's tough enough raising kids with disabilities. Now you got to drive around the neighborhood looking for a nice spot because some beatnik took your spot because they had a handicap placard, even though that sign was in front of your house. Knowing that person in front of that house needs it. I understand it's the law.
9 times out of 10,
I disagree with it.
Nine times out of 10, the person that's parking at that spot doesn't have a legal handicap placard or plate.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
They don't have. They're taking advantage of a sign being there.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
All right. Thank you.
Anyone else have anything?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
All right. I'm going to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Polly, do you have the agenda in front of you? Polly?
No, I don't.
I want to hear Albert say it.
I don't know if Albert has the agenda in front of him.
Albert, you have the agenda in front of you?
No, I do not.
I have it. I know Enza does. Everyone should hear Enza instead of me anyways.
All right, Enza. Can you just go over item number 7 for me?
Yes, and please give me a thumbs down if I freeze up so I'm not reading for no reason.
Okay.
All right, Rick, be on standby here.
Okay.
On disabilities due to COVID-19 and the safety of all residents is trying to limit in-person appointments due to the unavailability and use at our present office location. Residents can speak to staff from our 311 Constituent Service Center Monday through Friday when you call our office at 781-286-8267. They will be
Enza, we lost you. You didn't freeze. We just can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We lost your sound, but you didn't freeze. All right, Rick, can you take it over after
Yeah.
phone number?
They will be able to answer most questions, but if they're unable to, or if you would like a call back from our office, please ask to be transferred to the disability office's voicemail, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. We are working on solidifying another temporary location for our office for necessary in-person appointments determined by the COD on Friday mornings. We will update this information when available on our disability page on the city website. As always, please let us know if you would like something discussed or brought up and added to our monthly meeting agenda. You can let us know if you would like to speak on any issue or concern. The commission is here to help and assist all the disabled residents and families of Revere. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Rick.
Mr. Frenny, and thank you, Enza Goodwin. It's okay. You didn't freeze, just the sound went out. You didn't freeze at all.
All day, I don't understand it.
That's Sergeant Street. It's the Wayland School, Sergeant Street, Newhall Street, Cushman Ave area. It's just the cell sites are not that great there.
Hey, question.
Yes.
Temporary office. Anything about that League of Special Needs building?
No, it's right now, the Leaf of Special Needs building is used right now for food distribution and
Okay.
food pantries right now, the whole building.
Wonderful. Well, it's being put to good use then. Good.
Yeah, we're running everything out of there right now. One other thing that I'd like to state that I put in all my emails now, it's if you need to go out, please be safe and wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask for yourself, wear a mask for me or someone else. If you don't care about yourself, care about other people, please, because that's who you need to worry about. Because you're not wearing a mask for yourself, you're wearing them for other people. So that's the important thing. That's why our numbers are going up in Revere. Everyone is started to get lackadaisical, and we all need to do our part. Please wear a mask. Please wear a mask. Please wear a mask. That's all I have to say on that. Next steps, we really don't have any except for Mr. Frenny getting our notes for last month's meeting, and he'll also have the notes for this month's meeting by tomorrow. This way we don't lose them again. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Pretend you can't talk. I'm sorry that there wasn't much on the agenda. I wanted to keep it open. Time crept up on me so fast this month. But that's why if anybody has anything, please let me know what you want to discuss. I'm really relying on the commission to help me out a great deal. I'm just losing track of time. Yes, Mr. Freddy.
One last question, Mr. Chairman. Any updates as to when we can replace the irreplaceable Michelle DeBellis?
Yeah, Human Resources should be posting it. I'm not sure if they posted it yet.
Okay.
If anyone knows anyone, please have them email me, and then I will I will put them in contact with HR. But they should be posting it. The only thing that's needed is they have to has to be someone who's disabled or a disabled family member. They have to have a disabled family member. This is the only qualifications that are needed to be on the Commission on Disabilities. Okay. Any other questions? Motion to adjourn.
I would make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Thank
Well,
you, Al.
Albert, this is the most we've heard from you at a meeting. This is awesome.
Hey, talking about that, if you guys get any calls, any of you, and you need somebody to go check out something, like if somebody's not obeying what they're supposed to be doing for handicapped people, or signs are being taken down, or something's not right,
Albert, you
I'm
speak.
very free to go check out anything.
What what I'm gonna need when me and you will talk offline.
Okay,
I'm gonna need help going around and figuring out a way of marking where all the handicap signs are, because the traffic commission is inundated right now.
all right, I
So
can do
maybe
that.
in certain areas, we'll just get the addresses where every handicap sign is. We'll do it in sections. Me and you will
Okay.
talk offline where you want to start. This way we'll know where they all are, and we can
All
see
right.
which ones are
I
not
can help
legal.
out with that too.
Okay,
I'm
Yeah,
unemployed. I got nothing going on.
we can split it up into sections. And then
All
what
right,
I'm going to
good.
do, and then once we have those addresses, then I'm going to give them to the city, and I'm going to have them add it to the why am I drawing a blank?
GIS.
The
Right,
GIS.
because
Yeah.
right, because I would think that there's a percentage of the city that's supposed to be allotted for the handicap, and by counting them, we'll actually find out how close we are.
Well, it
Right.
doesn't have to be. Well, the handicap signs is not. It doesn't have to be a certain allotment. The other problem is we put out surveys for the disabled residents to fill out, and we don't get them back. But this way, if I have a number of the handicap signs, and I have the addresses, and then when I look on the ordinances, if there's no address there, then we'll be able to send them letters. And if they are indeed disabled, number one, they'll fill out the survey. Number two, if they don't have a legal sign there, then they'll have to fill out an application for the sign. And this
All
will do it that way. So definitely, yeah, we could start in different areas of the city. We can break it down into sections, you and Rick. We can do that. That would be a great help.
Definitely.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you. There was a motion to adjourn.
There was a motion to adjourn, and it was
It was
seconded by Albert.
Yes,
Uh,
it was.
Our next
I'm
meeting.
sorry I talked too much.
No,
That's
that's
all right,
good.
Al.
That's good. I was wondering if you talked at all lately. Our next meeting is going to be Tuesday, October 13th. So it's more than likely still going to be on Zoom. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I know the city council, some of them going in, but I'd rather just stay on Zoom for right now unless I'm told that we can't. But please, everybody, please be safe. And if you need anything, please reach out to me.
Likewise.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Everyone.
Good night,
Have a-
everyone.
Have a good night.
Night.
Now. Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
everybody.
Good night.
Night.